Hey man, it's your man GK coming at y'all, man, with an announcement, man, because I don't get a chance to make videos as frequently as I would like to. I'm streaming damn near every day if you want to pull up. But some announcements are the Godfist takedown is heating up, man. We got one coming up this Tuesday on the 3rd, and then the next one on Friday the 6th. All right. I think these might be the last 2 days for the qualifiers, man. If you want to pull up, man, as always, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bro. And we heating up. And another announcement, man. If you're looking at the screen, I hit Tekken God. I hit Tekken God actually like probably a month ago, probably a little bit a month and that like a week or something like that. But yeah, now I've been grinding it out, training with everybody, trying to get that Tekken God Supreme. I just wanted to announce those couple things, man. And then we got this video coming right at y'all. Peace. Yes, yes, yes. I am back. I am here. It is I, the one and only GK. I wanted to get into a Tekken talk real quick because like this video it might be a little bit long. It is what it is. But this video caught my attention because I started watching some of it. I got kind of far in it. It says Tekken is losing its thinkers. And it makes sense. It does starting to seem like Tekken, as far as like the game goes, you don't have to think as much. Now, that's not saying that you shouldn't do that. Everybody should sit there and put their mind to this game when they play it. But for the most part, most people you're running to in ranked, they probably ain't thinking. They're probably not. Because I've been playing a lot of different players. All right, I've been playing a lot of different players for a while now. But I've been playing a lot of GODs. And when I fight these dudes, I can tell they're thinking. They're just thinking at a very rapid pace. They're thinking very fast. And that's why, like, when I be seeing some of these discussions about how, like, a lot of things are brain dead and stuff like that, I don't get it all the time because I'm like, it may be brain dead to you, but it might be a big brain move to somebody else that just decided to finally do something random that caught you off guard and got them the dub. You know what I mean? We can't really negate the fact that like it's these players are thinking. Like last night, I was playing a lot and I had fun. It's like I probably had like I always have fun. Like for the last couple of weeks, I've been having fun playing Tekken. But like last night in general, I really noticed that like we are playing at a high level. Like so, the level I'm at now, I feel like this is like playing against somebody like Ice, Overchi, Black Pharaoh, OG, all these dudes are higher die. All these dudes that are up there as far as skill, I feel like that is the pinnacle of where I'm trying to get to in rank. And I feel like that's the level. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the bar right now where I'm at. So like when I fight against these dudes, this is what I think I'm going to encounter when I go into my rank session at Tekken God. But there's another side to that. There's the side of people that like to just enforce whatever cheese they can with their character. It's people that want to use brain dead characters, which is mean like somebody like I'm not gonna say who I wanted to say. I'll say Anna. Anna, Elisa, brain dead shit. They can just throw stuff out there and they don't have to think about it because it's not as much risk as it is the reward. So I think about those things a lot. If you know I don't talk about it all the time on my channel, I think about those things a lot because that is the core of what Tekken 8 is right now. Not just saying the whole brain dead and just not thinking thing, but just the fact that like this is stuff you have to encounter when you play this game. When you play these people in rank, you're going to encounter something that you're probably not going to like. And you have to have the mentality to deal with it. Not just the mentality, you have to have the know-how. You have to have the knowledge. You have to know when to duck. You have to know when to step. You have to know when to punish. You have to know what to press, to stop. Any bullshit that they may try to put you in. People that are like struggling at Tekken to see like what mindset you should have when you think about this game and the things that you really should implement in like practice because he's doing this on Tekken 7 Hey, appreciate that, Rob. I appreciate that, bro. So we're gonna get into this video and we're gonna see what Chad the Third and Cut CC is talking about. All right, let's get it, y'all.
Not just Tekken, but I have this theory about hobbies in general, right? So for people, like no one goes to karaoke to be cool. Do you know what I mean? Karaoke is like a hobby that selects for a certain type of person. It's like for people who don't take themselves seriously, right? Who are down to have fun, who are down to be silly.
I feel that.
And
I feel that.
yeah, karaoke selects for a type of person I really like, right? Same with D&D, right? D&D is kind of for either math nerds or theater nerds or people that combine the two. And like I'm seeing as I'm both, I fucking love D&D. So I'm a big fan of D&D, and like the community, when I find other people who like D&D, we tend to get on well, right? So I have this belief that different hobbies tend to attract different types of people. And what's interesting is that, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, let me know in the comments, but like I feel that Tekken 8, the community has sort of shifted from Tekken 8, from Tekken 7 to Tekken 8, and like the type of person, we lost a lot of people in the transition, and a lot of the people we lost were the kind of people I like the most. And that's no shade to the people that remain, you know, us losers. But like I feel like there's been a shift in what's happening, and I have theories about that, right? I feel like Tekken historically is a game that rewards patience and rewards sort of like thoughtfulness, and is like a slow gratification. You know what I mean? It takes a long time. It takes a long time before you actually get, you have to put in the work up front before you see the results. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that tends to kind of control for the amount of people that stick in the hobby.
That's
so what you tend to have is hobbies tend to have, not necessarily, I won't necessarily say intelligence, because it's literally the dumb motherfuckers who play Tekken, always have been, but like there is a, honest self-evaluation as well. Like there's a lot of like soft skills and soft mental traits that I feel like Tekken historically has controlled for. And a lot of that rewards the grind. Exactly, honest. Exactly. Yeah. Like I feel like
Tekken
you see where I'm going with
grind.
I feel like Tekken 7, and maybe I'm overthinking this, and maybe I'm being like over analytical or like making stuff up. Again, if you disagree, let me know. But I just feel like Tekken historically has rewarded a type of brain, and therefore has cultivated a type of fan base. And Tekken 8 has intentionally cultivated a different type of play, and therefore has cultivated a different type of fan base. And you notice that a lot of people have fallen away. And a lot of the people that are falling away are the people who I least want to fall away. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, God damn. It's a real bummer. Yeah. And I've been thinking a lot about this, and I don't know what it says. I don't know what it means. Something is wrong in the state of Denmark. Love me a bit of Shakespeare. Look at you quoting Shakespeare. Oh, you a Tekken player for real. His voice, not just his literal voice, but like his approach Tekken. And this is the kind of video that like I just wish we had more of. And trying to get good at a fighting game can be very lonely and kind of maddening, and just trying to be like, keep going, traveler. You know, I'm just there with a water bottle on the side of the road, like, keep going, traveler. You're not alone in this. We got this, right? You know what I mean?
Yo, chill out.
Yeah, this motherfucker is great. We're gonna watch his video, yap a bit, analyze it, and yeah, if you enjoy what you see, you got to go hit the like and subscribe button for him and for me, but mostly for him, because it's good shit. Although to be fair, he's not made a video in a year, so what are you gonna do?
What's up, YouTube? My name is Kwang, aka Cut CC, and today I want to talk about the topic of analyzing your strengths and weaknesses in order to make yourself a better Tekken player. You know, the depth allows for so much creativity and diversity in your gameplay, right? But the downside is, oftentimes players will, I want to say, they acquire so much knowledge that they overthink things, and they lose sight of what's really important. What's really important is, I don't know if you can see this, but Tekken fundamentals. The core basics, you know?
What was important was Tekken fundamentals. Nah, I'll stop.
I mean, no, Tekken fundamentals are still good in Tekken 8.
I've illustrated a pyramid of sorts where I have fundamental building blocks. And I'm gonna go from the bottom to the top. Tekken is a 3D fighting game where you have high attacks, mid attacks, and low attacks. The basic game plan for Tekken offense is you do high jabs to just get in on the opponent, and that leads to other attacks, right? So you do a high jab, and then if they're standing guard, you do a throw. Or you can do lows. right, to catch them. Now that you condition them to duck, you can start doing mids, right? As the defender, you would basically be saying to yourself, oh, I bet that he's gonna come in and do a mid, so I'll just stand guard. Or, I'm guessing that he's gonna do a low, so I would just crouch guard, right? So that's basically Tekken. At its most fundamental level.
What up, Pi? How you doing, man?
You'll be guessing. Okay.
I mean, I listened to a lot. I listened to half
So
of this
the
video
thing about
before I
this
decided to go live.
is that
and,
you don't want to be guessing all the time.
I
If
feel
you
like
wanted to play a
this
game
will
of
help a
just
lot of
guessing,
people
you
that
would
are
play something
struggling
like rock,
with the
paper,
game.
scissors.
that are still trying to figure out the basics, Tekken fundamentals, and stuff like that. No, get back up, back up. What the hell is he doing?
Notice that underneath these two blocks, right, have a brain and a heart. The reason for that is because the left side are building blocks that pertain to the mind.
Yeah, Chad be tripping. I don't know what I like watching
Well, on the
Chad
right
though. Chad
side,
cool as shit.
These
I love
fundamental
the way
building
he
blocks
breaks down
apply
things and how
to,
he thinks, cause like that's how I be in my head about Tekken. This shit is so
things that
fucking
require
complex.
more of your soul, right? The mind.
Do you hear what that man just said, bro? He just split this game into the mind and the soul, bro. It's my guy.
Is sort of like reactions, knowledge of like
Random, but you don't understand. Those hop kicks are from my soul, bro. When I hop kick your shitty ass low, know that that came from the soul, bro. That came from the soul.
That's where it comes from when you hop kick me high.
mind
It comes
and
from the soul.
in order to become a solid, not just a solid Tekken player, but a solid fighting game player overall.
He's right
Mind
there.
and the soul. These things should go hand in hand. You don't want to have too much of the mind, and you don't want to have too much of the soul. You want to have a balance of it, you know? So that's that. Reactions and guessing.
So when I jet kick you, I
This is
jet
the
kick you
first
from
layer
my
of
soul.
complexity.
I'm sorry.
Tekken.
That sounded terrible.
Now let's say you fight against someone that is just, I don't want to say a bad player, but for the
Eben.
sake of argument,
Eben Crow knows what's up. Eben Crow is a founding member of the Hopkick City Temple.
tired of
Hopkick
you
City
niggas
Dojo.
doing
We
lows.
believe in these hop kicks. Crouching's for pussies. There, I said it. Crouching is for pussies. If you see the low coming, hop kick that shit. Do it. Don't be a bitch. Crouching is for the weak. I don't care. That is my toxic Tekken trait, bro. I don't believe in crouching. If you see me crouching, something is going wrong. If I see the low coming, if my spider senses tingle and the low is coming, I'm a hop kicking your ass. I don't care if it's scrubby. I don't care if it's not clean Tekken. Fuck clean Tekken. We out here. If the low is coming, I'm hop kicking your ass and I'm taking 50%. 50%. You understand? You understand? Don't fuck with me. Don't make me get to the middle.
Yo,
Because if I see the low
what?
coming, I'm taking 50% of your fucking health. Don't at me. I don't care if it's toxic. That's what I'm doing. Harris even told me to determine the value of a hop kick. Bro, I'm doing it, bro. I'll take your I-13 punch. Even if it's a heat engager, I don't care, bro. I don't care. You make me guess between the mid and the low. I'm like, if I'm right, I'm taking your whole ass, bro.
Pause.
Pause. No
Yeah,
pause.
thank you.
let's say a bad player,
Thank you.
right? And they're just getting so lucky. They're guessing right on everything, and you're having a bad day. You know you should be doing better, but you can't react. Your reactions are too slow. You're guessing wrong, and that makes you play on tilt, and that makes you guess even worse and react even slower. So that's where the second level of complexity comes in.
Okay.
And here's where we get to, on the left side, frame data.
We all need to know that.
Frame data, it needs no introduction. I already made a video on frame data.
By the way, Cut CC is the one who taught me frame data. Like, obviously, everyone has like a video they learn frame data from. Mine was from Cut CC. I actually think his frame data video is top tier.
You know about that. So you know how much I love frame data. And all.
Minus 13.
So frame data.
Minus 13, how bad can they get if you punish it? But if you hit the exactly, I'm pulling that slot machine. I can take 4 failed hop kicks what I'm saying? I can take 4 failed hop kicks. But then I land that one. I mean, I can take 4 I-13
Isn't that
punishes and I
crazy work? They
land that
made
one
us
hop
pay
kick.
for
They're
fucking
done,
frame
son.
data
They're
in
done.
fucking
You know what I'm
Tekken
saying?
7.
It's worth it.
Data
That's crazy work.
It's free real estate.
is the single most important answer against button mashers. Frame data, simply
Yeah,
put,
Salon made a video
is
on frame
a set
data.
of rules governing how
I feel like every educator made a video on frame data. I made a video on frame data. Let me tell you, my video on frame data is godlike.
You never paid for it?
Would you like to get
Bro, I was like, so by the time I came back into Tekken 7, I had bought so much DLC that I didn't even pay attention to the fact that that was one of the
My video on frame
DLCs
data
I
is
bought.
godlike, bro. It's godlike. It's
And
got like
I
2
was like,
views.
bro, I really
Right? 'Cause my
paid
channel
for
wasn't
frame
big.
data?
I'm telling you, I
What
made
up,
the best video on
Showtime?
frame
How you
data.
doing,
Fuck
bro?
what you heard.
moves interact in the game and how they affect you and your opponent, right? That's basically all frame data is. So let's say like
That's so fire. I hear my hop kick philosophy in other places, bro. Literally, my Discord is called Hop Kick City for a reason, bro.
That whole
Hop kicks
hop
from the
kick shit was
soul.
funny as
From the
fuck. I'm not
soul. These
gonna
are
lie to y'all.
racially
That shit was
motivated
low.
hop
That was
kicks,
funny
bro.
as hell.
We don't give a fuck.
Niggas
Brian
said I'm hop kicking from my
Back
soul. What?
on block or on hit, it makes me very plus, right? I'm at advantage. So that means I make the opponent recover at a slower rate than me. Because I can recover faster, I'm more light on my feet. I'm less sluggish than my opponent, so I can attack once more if I want to. It's like basically my turn to attack twice in a row.
So again,
So I learned
next
that from
level,
vacuum.
frame data, right?
I ain't gonna front.
Giving
It's
you
like, bro, you
conceptual
get a hit,
understanding of what we're
keep
trying to
going.
do. Y'all know about this.
Keep going until you make their ass block.
Spacing. This is one thing that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. It's often overlooked. Frame data is sort of like, it receives all of the glamour, and spacing is, people talk about it, but in a real match, it sort of goes out the window a lot of the time, you know? Because people just want to get up close and just do moves, and then once they're out here, they just sort of throw things out and hope that it leads to more frame data situations, right? But that's not how you want to play Tekken.
Although that is kind of Tekken 8 is a frames game, bro. It is what it is. Spacing died.
I mean, he ain't
Spacing
lying.
is the answer against players that avoid the neutral game, or players that have very little understanding of the neutral game. The neutral
And
game
that's
is what you do.
Yo, hold up.
Around the-
He's spitting. Players that don't understand the neutral game lose to spacing every time. Players that do not get what it means to play neutral will lose to spacing every time.
This range right here,
That's what you did.
right? You don't have an advantage really. You're not applying pressure, and your opponent is not applying
Yeah, if
pressure.
you ain't plus, you ain't playing.
So it's
If
basically
you ain't
equal
plus, you
on
ain't
both
playing.
sides.
You better hold
Simply
that back
put,
button.
spacing is having an awareness of the hit ranges of your character's attacks. So you would know how far a one jab reaches compared to a down back 3, compared to a 3+4, or quarter circle back 4, things like that. Each of these moves have a different range.
Neutral game, man. Just forward 2 into stance. That's it, Epincrow. Tell them. Just forward 2 into stance, bro. So that hard. Just forward 2 into stance.
Damn, that's
son.
your game plan, ain't it? Huh?
Just
Oh,
do
never
your
mind.
plus
My
frame
bad.
neutral
I don't
to
need
get
this
heat
spec, bro. I
engaging
forgot you said
4-4-2.
you ain't
Don't
playing
worry
Rainer
about
no
it.
more.
Neutral,
My bad.
this is
My bad.
scrubs. Do your long range mid or your long range low. Get in there. Start doing frames and shit. What up, Kai Blazer? Kai
So when you
Blaze?
have a good awareness of these, you know how to stay in a good
And everything
range.
tracks. Everything tracks. Everything knows where you
And if
live,
you're in
bro.
a bad range, you know how.
Everything knows where you fucking live. Every move is a heat-seeking missile in this fucking game. And if it's a heat engager, doubly so. Let's go. Nooch is so 2013. We in that big 2026. Yeah, 100%.
It's 4
You
4
so
4 2
2008.
now. Okay.
You so 2000 and late. Am I right? So we're building the pyramid, right? Spacing. I think there's a lot of players like this who actually they have no sense of their spacing. Like
Lydia?
I remember when I was
Oh.
doing my other players just knew their character better than I do my character. But like what they lacked was, and they probably knew the frame data better than I did too. But they just didn't have spacing. So I would just be like, all right, cool. I know you're probably gonna want to do. I'll play against a Lydia player. You're probably
This
gonna
is so
wanna do
real.
the fucking flip. So I'm just gonna stand outside the flip range, and then the second you do, I'm gonna punish you. You know what I mean? Like I kind of have a sense of what everyone wants to do, so people just throwing out dumb shit. And
What
again, you
he's
can do that
showing
against lower ranked
carried
players
me
because they have
through
not
Tekken
really
King.
internalized this this
Dead
portion
ass.
of the pyramid.
What he
They
just
probably
showed,
got
Jeremy,
this and
because
this
I would
down,
just use my
and they probably even
spacing
got
to
this
see if
down,
my
but,
opponent
like,
didn't
this
understand,
is-
like, bro,
you
I'm
don't
out
get
of your
taught this.
range.
That's
You
why in
shouldn't
the
be
soul
pressing.
section, you kind of have to pick
As
that
soon
up
as they
by
press
feel.
something, back one, jet kick, down forward, 2, 3.
And I
You know what I
definitely
mean?
would have to do that against higher level players who obviously would have this experience. Schmovement.
See this Korean backdash that you see right here? I mean, we all understand that, you know, spacing, you have to walk back and walk forwards. But this is a little bit too slow in a real match.
So,
You have to
pull into movement. Offensive, defensive options.
knowing
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. This is where I lived. I was making videos, taking scenarios where I would look at stances. What are your actual options, right?
what exactly is a 1-2-1, 1-2-1. What exactly is
Of hearing Tekken study like this. Honestly, go check out this guy's channel, man. This guy's like the best. I love this guy. He really shook up my approach to Tekken. In fact, one of his best videos. It wasn't one of his most viewed videos. Hold on, I want to look at his final 2 points, but I'm gonna summarize them here. But you can definitely watch it on your own time. But the top of his pyramid, esoteric Tekken knowledge. Oh yeah, that's the good shit. That's the good shit.
The good shit.
so offensive and defensive options is basically that. So now we get to the 4th layer of complexity, which is
Esoteric.
He throwing out the big words, ain't he?
esoteric
I'm gonna make you
knowledge.
motherfuckers think today.
Fuck with it. Tell him, cut.
This is sort of a umbrella term for any, but it's not necessary. You don't need it to become a solid Tekken player. You know, things like
Is he still playing T8? Nah, he left after season 1. That's kind of one of the things that motivated me to make this video, because he has advice that was really good, but he's kind of left the scene. A lot of my favorite players and content creators have left the scene. And he's just another one.
That's sad
weird
to hear.
combos, for example. You know, or
Yeah, but what he's talking about here is specialist knowledge. It's like knowing, let's say you play Xiaoyu, it's like knowing the AOP will go under the mid and high of this string, so you can get around it, or knowing that some weird quirk. I'll give you a great example. FidT recently made a video about Reina, and Reina's like electric wind god kick leaves her -9, but there are weird properties about the way it recovers that lets her go under retaliatory jabs and parry mids. And it's like, that is insider fucking baseball. That is deep insider baseball.
Yep.
Like, and if you're a Reina player, knowing that is huge, right? And that's often what separates a lot of the best players. What really bugs me, not really bugs me, but so I played Leo for 8 years, and then Tekken 8 came out, and I had a character crisis because Leo plays very differently and the game plays very differently. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna spend all of season 1 just
I would
like
hope
baiting
that
all
I
the
would
characters.
give people
Don't marry
the
anyone. I don't
knowledge
know
to
who I want
start
to play. And then when season 2
incorporating
comes
this
out
into
and
their
they fix all the
mindset.
problems, lol, I'll lock into one of the characters. Obviously, season 2 came out, it's a shit show. So I'm still in this
There's
floating state where I don't know
not
who
too
I'm gonna
many
play,
ways
right?
you
If I want to
can
play,
play
or if I'm gonna
Tekken.
play anyone. But the reason why that bugs me is I actually like having this
You
4th
can
layer
play
of
Tekken
like
incorrect all day,
esoteric
and you
knowledge,
think you like
where
you can
I'm
even
like,
win by
I
playing
know
Tekken
every,
incorrect.
like
So
I
let me
know
pause
that
it. This is something that throws us off with Tekken. You can win all day by playing Tekken incorrect. But there is a lot of people out there that play Tekken that way that don't know that they're only hurting their experience for the longer run. Like down the road, you're gonna run into somebody that understands that you don't know shit about Tekken, and they're gonna call you out. Not like call you out on Twitter, but they're gonna call you out in the game, and you're gonna be looking crazy because you don't know the fundamentals, spacing, neutral, shit, just knowing what buttons to punish with, just knowing the frames of your opponent's bullshit. All that stuff matters, and I would hope that these type of videos break down enough knowledge for you to start realizing like, hey, let me just start paying attention to these type of things. You know what I mean?
Leo's parry can deal with this specific mix-up. This is the optimal situation for my character. But when
He
you
said,
switch
"Get
characters a
punished,
lot,
bitch."
you kind of just default to like generic stuff, right? Because you don't know your individual characters. Or you, for example, I have this weird situation where I've labbed a lot of the DLC characters with Xiaoyu, because I was playing a lot of Xiaoyu in season 1. And so now that I'm playing a lot more Feng, and I think if I'm going to keep playing, I'm going to try and drill down into Feng, it's like, oh fuck, what's Feng's best option? That'll be different to Xiaoyu's best option, you know what I'm saying? And so it can be, having that deep knowledge. I remember Ares making that joke about Jimmy J Tran. Jimmy J Tran is like, he would know He'll know a combo that works only when you are on this stage of the screen with that cactus in the background. If you remember that fucking Tekken Tag videos, like he's
I wouldn't even like.
level of.
I wouldn't even say like. So yeah. What you're speaking to, Snoozy, is real. How you doing, man? What you're speaking to is real. When you don't know something and your opponent can like, they can assess that you don't know this, they're going to call you out. And it's not like a disrespect thing. It's the game. So in order to negate those type of things, you want to start practicing these fundamentals. You want to know your frame data. You want to know your spacing. You want to know your punishment. You want to know what's your best buttons in neutral that, like, you know, keeps you safe. Or just knowing, like, everybody should know their plus frames on their character. But you shouldn't use your plus frames 100% of the goddamn time. You got to set that type of shit up. You know what I mean? Even what Codus was saying to me last night, he's like, yo, use your jab to set up your unblockable. Like jab, hit them with a low to mess with their head, then go mid. Then after the mid, now they got to stand up. Now you start messing with your unblockable. You know what I mean? You start fucking with your opponent's head. It's all a mental game.
Knowledge is fucking crazy because he plays on that level. Buff Guy, again, for all my shit talk about Buff Guy actually has tons of like deep knowledge because he is a very big lab monster with the characters he plays. For all his faults, Tekken knowledge, when it comes to, you know, like I said, don't listen to his opinions about fucking Kazuya. But his knowledge about situations is like top tier. He's a real scientist when it comes to Tekken, right? And like you kind of want to be like that if you want to be good. I hate that they switched Leo's parries. I mean, all the parries changed, right? All the parries changed.
Yeah.
Knowing.
Also, this is a comment literally just for the Leo players in the room, so just me and Eben Crow. You know what move I miss? Bro, I miss down back 2-2, bro. I miss down.
Bro, he be knowing a lot of shit, bro. Like,
down back
I appreciate people like Buff when you go on that man's stream.
It was a useless, like mid stream.
He just sitting there labbing the character.
Fancy, but I liked
cool.
it, bro. I liked it. And it had a good spike at the end.